All right, so you've got a trip planned. Awesome. Let's talk about how to get your foreign currency. Today, we're going to break down a really simple strategy to get a much better deal, and you can do it without all the usual stress and guesswork. You know that feeling, right? We've all been there. You're watching the exchange rates, and they're just bouncing all over the place, up one day, down the next. You know you need to buy, but you're just frozen. What if you buy today and the rate is way better tomorrow? It's that classic traveler's anxiety. But guess what? It really doesn't have to be that way. So what's the secret? Well, the solution is a powerful but incredibly simple strategy. We're going to call it batch buying. And what's cool is that this approach actually turns that market uncertainty, the very thing that causes all that stress, from a huge risk into your advantage. Look, the goal here is not to become some kind of financial wizard who can perfectly predict the absolute lowest point of the market. No way. It's all about having a system, a simple plan that averages everything out for you, giving you a great rate no matter what the market decides to do on any given day. This whole idea is actually based on a classic investment trick called dollar cost averaging. All it means is that instead of exchanging all your money in one big, kind of risky move, you just break it up. You buy in smaller amounts in batches over a period of time. This totally smooths out your purchase price, which means you're way less likely to get burned buying all of your currency at a temporary peak. Just take a look at this example. See, let's say one purchase is at a pretty high rate, another one you snag at a great low rate, and the third is somewhere in the middle. Because you bought in batches, you completely avoided the disaster of putting all your money in at that one expensive moment. Instead, your final average cost is so much more stable and frankly just better than if you had gambled everything on a single day. Okay, so batch buying is the core method. Got it. Now, let's talk about a crucial tip that can save you real money on every single one of those batches. It's a key distinction that banks use, and once you know it, you're in the driver's seat. So whenever you look up exchange rates at your bank, you're going to see two different prices, the spot rate and the cash rate. The spot rate is what you see for online banking. It's the digital rate. The cash rate is what they give you if you walk up to the counter. Now, here's the secret. The cash rate is almost always worse for you. Why? Because the bank bakes in extra costs for, handling, storing, and insuring all that physical paper money. And this brings us to the number one rule of this whole game. Always, and I mean always, do your currency buying online through your bank's app or their website. This lets you lock in that much better spot rate. You're basically depositing the money digitally into your foreign currency account before you ever need to touch the physical cash. Okay, so we've got the what, that's batch buying, and we've got the where, doing it online. So now let's put it all together into a super simple three-step playbook that anybody can follow. All right, here it is. It's so easy. Step 1, go into your banking app and set up rate alerts. Tell it to ping you when the currency you want hits a good price, say a 3-month low. Step 2, the moment you get that alert, you log in and buy a batch using that awesome online spot rate. You can repeat this a few times. And then step 3, right before your trip, you walk into the bank and withdraw all the foreign currency you bought in one single transaction. Following those 3 steps is going to save you a ton, but there is one final detail we have to cover. This is to make sure you protect every penny you've saved from those sneaky hidden fees. Remember step 3, where I said withdraw all at once? Well, this is why it's so important. Every time you convert your digital foreign money into physical cash at the counter, the bank usually hits you with a handling fee. It's often a flat fee, something like NT 100 or a similar amount where you live. By withdrawing just once, you only pay that fee once. Simple as that. Now, a quick but really important warning. This strategy is fantastic for people who actually need foreign currency, for travel, studying abroad, or even long-term investing. But it is not for trying to be a frequent day trader. And the reason is something called the bid-ask spread. That's just the small difference between the buying and selling price, which, along with fees, will just eat away any profits you might make from quick, short-term trades. So look, if you take away just one thing from all of this, let it be this simple sentence. Buy in batches online to get that better spot rate, and then withdraw all the cash you need in one go right before your trip. That's it. That is the entire strategy. See, it's just a simple change in how you do things, but it shifts all the power back to you. It takes the gamble and the stress out of currency exchange and just replaces it with a smart, repeatable plan. So with your next adventure on the horizon, isn't it time to make sure your money is working as smart as you are?